Hey Tom, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Hey, Tom here is just on a farm in South Australia, and just asking him, what's his favourite one of your favourite testimonies, mate?
Yeah, super cool testimony of when we were kids growing up on the farm. We were down at one of our grazing blocks, and we were tailing lambs for the day, and we Dad drafted some lambs off, and we had them packed in there ready to go, and we were going as fast as we could. And anyway, a heap of lambs had packed himself into the back corner and actually killed one. And it was, of course, it was the biggest, healthiest, fattest looking lamb that we had there. And Dad was pretty cranky, and he's picked it up and he's thrown it out the yard just in frustration, like, come on, hurry up, let's go. We'll, work faster. And I just, this like righteous anger came over me. I was just like, this is not how we're going to do this, and so I just jumped over the yards and just headed over to this little lamb. And my little cousin came with me, and we just grabbed this little lamb. We'd probably just seen Angus Buchan's Faith Like Potatoes or something like that, cool little movie of seeing the dead raised. And so we picked this little lamb up. We're just like, in Jesus' name, you get up and walk. And like picked it up and dropped it. It was dead. Anyway, we just kept picking this thing up and just telling it to live in Jesus' name. And we kept praying for it. And we'd probably been praying for probably 25 minutes, something like that, maybe nearly even half an hour. Like, it was a long time. And I just really felt quite convicted that it was like gonna live and it wasn't gonna die. And so we thought, well, maybe it had like broken its neck or something in the yards, or we weren't sure really how it died. It had a little bit of blood coming out of its nose, and it's obviously been dead for a long time by now. And anyway, so we started praying for its legs to be restored, and its back to be healed, and so we'd praying for its legs, and then we'd pick it back up. In Jesus' name, you live and you will not die. And we'd let it go, and the front half of it flopped down, but it propped its back legs up. And my cousin and I just looked at each other like, oh my goodness, something's happening, And so we just kept praying for it. And we picked it up again, and we're like, you will live and you will not die. And this time, like, it sort of propped itself up, and its head just flopped down, and it leant against the gate. And Sam and I were like, oh my goodness, this lamb is coming back to life. So we just like pick it up again. In Jesus' name, you live and you will not die. Anyway, it just snorted this most enormous amount of blood. Blood went everywhere, all over us. It just shook itself off and just ran off. And like by this, this is probably 45 minutes. This has been we'd been praying for this little lamb. And it was just like, I was just on my face in the sheep yards, in the dirt, just in the glory of God. It was just like, it was the most incredible experience to witness the power.
Have you heard of anything happening like that without God? Can sheep just do that?
Oh, nah, not for that length of time.
Dead.
You can sort of do a bit of a CPR type thing if something happens like that. But nah. So, yeah.
God, hey?
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Incredible. Yeah. And that was just a really important part of the journey for us as kids, just seeing the power of God manifest in our lives. And all of us kids, there was 5 of us, and it was just a really special time for us to just experience the glory and the power of God. It was a pretty powerful thing. And
cares even about the lambs, hey?
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. I love it. Thanks, Tom.
Bless you, mate.